Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. I'm your host for L2 Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. This is Season 2, Episode 4. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. You want to stay locked in with LTV Productions. Please leave your comments below, and you can share this video also. I don't think I'm going to be before you long, but there's some things I gotta get off my chest. To preface this whole review of this episode, I don't think I could be friends with a good portion of y'all on Summer House. If I was a Martha Vineyard person, a cast member, I promise I'm just vacationing with y'all for 2 weeks and that's it. Because a lot of y'all are weird. And y'all in your 30s, some of y'all probably are almost in your 40s. At this point, you should be settling down in your weird emotions. And not saying that you got to be matronly and don't have any type of fun or whatever, but some of y'all are weird and crazy. I like the show, though. Thank you for entertaining me, but y'all weird. I could not be personal friends with y'all. All right, so we're going to get into it. I don't think I'm going to be long again. We start off where we ended off last episode. Summer. And what's her name? Jordan. They're getting into it. Summer feels a certain type of way of when Jordan wants to talk to her a certain way. And she also feels like she can't really have a voice in this group. I feel like the group who's known each other for a lot more time kind of treats Summer, okay, you're the new girl. You really don't know anything. Quit inserting yourself in certain situations. And that's okay. We got it over here. I think Summer is trying to find her placement within the group, even though she has made connections with different ones within the group at the same time. Summer reminds me of myself. I have the baby boy syndrome, meaning this. Sometimes the youngest really got to fight to have a voice. For me, I was always stifled. When I finally became an adult and was able to express myself, people didn't like me because I had to keep internalizing things and putting things on a shelf because my opinion, my thoughts, my feelings didn't matter. And that's in my own household. And I grew up that way, and I also did that in other scenes with friends, and then also with even schoolmates, things of that nature, if you get my drift. When I would react, I would blow up very hard. And I hated that for me. And now that I am more vocal, people can't respect that and they don't like that, but I don't care anymore because you've tried to have me in bondage and I'm just not there anymore. And F you. So, Preston tries to mediate and says, it looks like both of you all are not hearing each other out. Summer ends up going into the house, being emotional, stomping around, and feeling a certain type of way. Some of the people are downstairs. I think like Amir, Nick, Shanice, someone else is downstairs. We already know Bria's in her room being Bria. And we're going to get to that heifer really, really, really soon. So Summer is... Oh, Jasmine is the first person to go see her. Summer. So she's just letting it out that, like, why am I being treated this way when I was just there being a friend and hearing you out, especially when you told me that you were losing your hair. Da 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 da. Amir comes upstairs. Shanice and Nick, they downstairs like, oh, another person that's having an emotional moment. They're sitting here trading chips and talking about that like, oh, okay, it don't involve me, so thank God. So eventually they come upstairs and Summer is venting. I have things to say because later on Jordan has a reaction in regards to Summer saying out loud to different people about her alopecia. All in all, Jordan, I can get that you are sensitive / vulnerable about your alopecia. I understand that. You said that Summer was weaponizing it. No. One, since you didn't want to really hear her out and hearing what she had to say, she needed someone to vent to. Did she have to go on and say that specifically what was going on with you? Probably not. She wasn't weaponizing it. Obviously, this group is very fractured and has a lot of trust issues that is beyond some type of group vacation powwow, because y'all got a lot of stuff going on. And it's odd. It's very weird. And I'm just like, okay, what? Like, how do you have any type of relationship? And I'll talk about friendship and all that, and how you guys act. That's all I gotta say. What was I gonna say? So finally the tension rises. And guess how the tension, not rise, it lowers itself. Tell me how it got lowered. Or ask me how it got lowered. Summer was in the bathroom and she farted. Oh, and the folk heard her. That was sitting upstairs. Finally, whatever she was feeling, it at least lifted some. And that's what I meant to say. It wasn't as heavy as it was. So Jordan goes and has her moment with Preston. And she's like, I'm losing my hair, da-da-da-da-da. I really get it, but I really think, Jordan, you are whack. I put it in a tweet. You are whack. You're like, I can't believe she actually said this to someone who I wasn't getting along with in the house, Jasmine. You're upset at a black woman knowing about your alopecia. Think about it for a minute, ma'am. Think about it. That is one of the dumbest things in the world. I actually tried with you, Jordan, but it's like, on one hand, I do feel for you, and then on the other hand, I just really want to choke the life out of you. And don't y'all take this serious and crazy. It's just me being expressive. I'm not about to put my hands on a woman. Before we go there, I know how y'all are. Like, it's just like, what? It's too much rage to go from here to there with you. It's a lot. And I get that you're going through a lot, but oh my God, chill out. This is a vacation. That's all I got to say about that. So we're done with that. The next day, I guess it's Sunday, and Alex wants to go to church, and he took a group with him. Obviously, I don't know if he was a preacher's kid, but at least he has his foundation in church, or his roots in church, whatever. Not much else was going on. Some of the other group, they went to the beach. They did some games. That was it. Noelle's been in a funk. And I think what Noelle's issue is that she has rejection/abandonment issues. When Alex didn't show the same interest as she does, and it's almost like some of these people think that this is like junior high, high school, where this person is mine and we together, like I'm making claim on them. We haven't went on a date, we ain't kissed, we ain't did nothing but have this little flirtation. But they mine. And we know that from the last episode. Alex is like, I don't like getting into those situations with people, especially when there's nothing definite about us. People can think that Alex is just plainly an F-boy. That's fine. I think in some situations, but y'all know that he is, but y'all still try to make a hoe into a house husband. Why is that, y'all? Women, why are y'all doing that? Y'all know that. If he is, you think you are the one that's going to tame him and he's going to stop his ways as far as being an F-boy. It looks like Alex is single and having fun. So she finally calls her mom and she cries. Her mom said, stop all that crying and just leave that boy alone if he's making you feel that way, blah, 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 blah. And she does stop, and I'm glad for that, because we didn't need another 6 weeks or a full episodes of you. Why doesn't he like me? I love you, Noelle, but I gotta just say it the way that I gotta say it. Just like, It's like, you don't even know Alex, and you're tripping about him. You don't know him. Summer don't even know him like that. Because Summer wouldn't have done what she did if she really didn't know Alex. She wouldn't have been doing all this extra stuff because you fell in love with the D. Okay, so nothing really more eventful happened until Bria's celebration. She had this carnival thing Beforehand, of course, she's in her room being stupid like she always is, and pitiful, and woe is me. So she somehow gets this chef and llamas out there to make it look like a carnival. That was pretty cool. Nothing happened there. And Alex is noticing that, I guess, since whatever happened between her and Summer, that Jordan's been very distant here, but not really here. And he's going to have a conversation about that eventually, because he's like, there's just something off about Jordan right now. There's nothing really else that I want to talk about the episode until we get to the end, because now it's time to have dinner, and now we got to have all these deep conversations about stuff. Alex brings up to Jordan, Jordan, I don't know if there's anything going on with you, but it seems like your voice is being missed. You have a strong personality, but it's like you're here but not really here, and all this good stuff. Jordan ends up explaining what's all going on in her life. She really doesn't know. She had to grow up really fast. Her mom passed away, I think, when she was 17, I think she said. Her dad is sick. She doesn't really know if she's going to have time to do some of the things that she wanted to do with him. And also, since she feels like she had to become an adult really quickly, she wishes that she had did DJing. She does express to them about she is losing her hair. Jasmine instantly cries. And that's the stuff that, Jordan, you got all these defenses up, and this girl is sitting up here empathizing you from the bleachers because of where you have put the relationship at. That's the type of stupidity that I'm seeing from some of these women. So after Jordan expresses herself, Alex just commended her and said, I've learned a lot about you in just this little time of you expressing yourself than I have the whole time of knowing who you are. And Alex said, he was saying that it shouldn't have had to be that way, but it was that way. And then Jordan says, well, the way how did she say it? She said, well, what you have seen from me is because you got me effed up about my friend. And we can keep it all the way real. And she's talking about Shanice. Because everyone has put it on Alex that he was Googling her and was talking about her past. And then Shanice said, yeah, I was traumatized. I know I looked ugly, but look. But she was looking ugly too. She's still beautiful, but you traumatized me. And all I got to say is I have no empathy for Shanice. I believe some of her friends are lying for her. Bria says, I can vouch for her. I can vouch for her in regards to her not doing the things that she did to her ex-boyfriend. Some people know and are vouching for the ex-boyfriend, Shanice. And I believe you're lying, and your friends are lying for you. The friends within this house. I believe it. So he couldn't win his criminal case against you, as you expressed. And now he's so mean because now it's a civil case. I mean, he's coming after you for money, but you don't have any. And even the men you date won't even give you any. But you can send free nudes to people. Okay. Okay, lady. Okay. So I have no sympathy for you. I don't care how many people get up behind you and hug you and support you. I believe what you did to that boy. Or man, whatever you want to call it. So Jordan's going off, and she go from 0 to 1. Alex explains himself as to what was all going on. It wasn't him Googling. It was talked about. Even at the table, he ended up including Nick. Nick expressed himself like, look, we really was trying to dead the situation, even at the table. But in all fairness, Jasmine, you wanted that conversation to go ahead. And we was like, no, let's not do that, But trying to find people out, I don't see anything wrong with it. I gotta be around strangers, and I don't want to know anything about them to see if I'm safe, as everyone wants this safe place and want to trust people. I mean, it just depends on how deep you want to go. But if there are news clippings out you on Google, what's up? It's free game, y'all. Y'all act like y'all don't try to get game or tea on different ones. And somehow Shanice needs to be protected because y'all want to sit up here and cover for her. I believe that Bria and Jordan are lying for Shanice. I believe it. That's my opinion. So somehow Alex ended up, asking Shanice, can I have a hug? Just apologize for any type of misunderstanding. Shanice gave it to him, and they said it's rare because Shanice does not give out hugs. So Shanice was like, I was holding this in all summer and over 2 years. I'm sick of it. So we move over to Bria land, and she was saying, guys, I have been inauthentic in how I feel. Even though I did call for an Uber and all of a sudden just leave, I guess you guys didn't really know what was really going on with me. Even though I always walk out of situations, I do not feel comfortable with Mariah coming into the house. Jasmine's there. She's feeling confused. She's feeling a lot of things because she's feeling frustrated. She's been isolated from this group, and it's like, what? Jasmine does not feel the same way, and I don't blame Jasmine. Jasmine's been really cool this season, and I think Simon is the difference, at least not being around. That's my opinion. But this whole Phil and Mariah thing, I just don't want anything to do with it. But you were willing to unleash a terrorist back into this hole to terrorize other people. You're trying to say that he's changed, but you were cool with him and you knew the type of man he was. I'll call him a boy. Boy he was when he came into the house last year, and you still defended him. You won't even try to have a conversation with Mariah, but you've moved on with Summer. You have no smoke for Amir, as I've said in other videos. So what the is going on with you? You are weird, and you are crazy, and you're trying to be a Karen. You don't even want to speak about the situation. Preston's like, here we go. It was so dramatic. And I do feel for Jasmine, because it's like these people, what, y'all just gonna come on this trip and just really act like Jasmine's not really there. And I don't think it's fair. Was Jasmine weird last year? Yes. Does the energy that she's receiving from you now, and Jordan is the ringleader, and I think that other people fall in line, is that really warranted? No. Again, I think, Jordan, you're a whack. I think you're whack. So Jasmine breaks down, and you're like, look, all I needed was some fun and some support. I didn't really need all this extra stuff that's going on. My stance is, Bria, you need to get over it. If you need to have a conversation with Mariah, have a conversation with Mariah. She shoved you. She didn't punch you. She didn't choke you. She didn't slap you. She didn't pull your hair. She didn't blacken your eye. It was a shove. The same shove that Summer gave you. One thing I want to say about Summer, I think you're an empath. And it's a wonderful gift. It could be a good thing and a bad thing. You could take on situations that probably you are not supposed to take on. And you have to have wisdom even in your empath gift. Hopefully you understand that, because some people aren't even worth it. Some people are not worth it. Now, I need to understand, so, Jordan, you feel a certain type of way about Summer telling your business. But you were telling Shanice about stuff that transpired between you and Jordan as a way of trying to bond with Shanice about how Summer acts. So are you guilty of trying to weaponize situations? It's like you trying to say that other people are trying to weaponize your alopecia. So I think you're a hypocrite, because you want to use you want to vent, and you want to relate to your friend Shanice to try to say, oh, Summer is like this, and use examples of experiences that you've had with her. So I don't know about y'all. I don't know about this whole, because y'all will be a victim in a second. And you really twist and manipulate things for your own convenience. That's all I do have. I do think Jordan, Shanice, and Bria, y'all are 3 whack women. Jasmine doesn't deserve the treatment that she's getting. Summer, be more wiser in choosing the situations that you deal with. And Preston, keep on doing what you're doing. Insane. That's all I do have. Please leave your comments below. I appreciate it for coming to my channel. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.